the way.
Do you feel as though expenses should be reciprocated? So if you go out with this guy, first date, say he does take you out, he does go to this nice ass place, and you see the ticket, he spends $400. This is just for the food. It's whatever else y'all do after, I don't know. But food, $400, first date. Second date, takes you on a mini shopping spree. He spends another $400 or $500. Third date, do you reciprocate? Do you, at any point early on in a relationship, do you take the bill? Do you, treat him?
Yes.
I think it just depends. Like, I've dated men who did not like women spending money on them. Mm-hmm. So when we would go on dates, he would pay for the dates. But like, I would reciprocate in other ways. Like, if there was something that he liked to eat, instead of going out, I would cook for him. Right. So I'm not like, because he doesn't like me buying him things, I'm not buying for him, but I'm still doing things to kind of like show my appreciation, or like, show that I'm trying in the relationship.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
But that's very rare.
For what? For the woman or for the guy?
No, for women to feel like that. Because there's a lot of
Feel as
women
though they should reciprocate,
that
right?
they don't really care to reciprocate it.
I literally don't even know what women have going on
It's
in
a
their
lot of
minds
delusional
anymore.
things going on. I don't know. I don't know where they come from, to be honest. But it's very rare.
Do you feel like that's an issue?
Yeah, because like, why would you not want to show this man? This man done paid for all these dates. He done did X, Y, Z. Why would you not want to show that person that you appreciate them in some way? Or, me personally, I just don't like, of course I like to be spoiled and all that, but I like to spoil my man too. Mm-hmm. And I want him to be loved just as much as he shows me love. On top of the fact that I'm not a user either. So you bring a table, I could bring a table to your table with the chairs too. So that's just me. I don't know. I just don't believe in taking advantage of people.
Right.
So that's my thing. Because I feel like people that constantly take and don't give, they're taking advantage of people, and it's selfish.
That shit build bad karma too.
It's very selfish.
Y'all believe in karma?
Quick.
Oh, yes.
You believe in karma?
I do believe in karma, but to piggyback off of what you're saying, I think that men also kind of like are in the space where they know that women are just taking advantage of them. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's why they're not willing to do things like that. I feel like women and men are kind of like working against each other now. Like, oh my God, women feel like men are just trying to have sex with them and that's it. Mm-hmm. So they're like, I'm just going to get my money and I'm going to get the benefits if I can.
Excuse me.
And then men are like automatically assuming, well, they just want money from me. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be cheap. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get sex while I can. So it's like we're working against each other
and not together.
Right. Question to piggyback off of that. If a woman can expect money, or if a woman expects money, should a man be able to expect sex?
I feel like every relationship, no matter what it is, whether it's your family, your friends, every relationship that you have with anyone is transactional. I think that it just depends on what you both have agreed upon, what that transaction is going to be. Like, if you have agreed that I'm going to have sex with you and you're going to give me money, then yeah. But like, if it's just, I'm going to give you emotional support and you're going to give me financial support, I think it's all in whatever you decide is going to be.
But if it's unspoken, unagreed upon, you're requesting or telling, oh yeah, you need to be able to spend money on me. And I'm like, well, I expect sex. Oh no, who said I need to do all of that? I'm going to give you emotional support. Like at that point.
Some people just want that.
But that's not what I want. I want sex.
Then at that point, I mean, if the person agrees upon that, then yeah, that's what's happening. But
if they don't,
then it's not going to work. Mm-mm.
So do you feel like the price of pussy is affordable nowadays?
I don't know, because I don't sell it.
Right.
No, so I'm not talking about.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm talking about literally like the expectations that you both stated that women normally expect. A lot of women, not all, But expecting from men to do this and do that, and they don't want to reciprocate at all.
I'm going to say yes.
So the price of pussy is too high.
I'm going to say yes because those type of women have made it very hard for the ones that are
Yes.
that will reciprocate that energy. And it's just crazy to me. I'm just like,
And do you feel as though, because I do, that social media
yes,
has added to the delusion of women?
absolutely.
You could be anybody on social media.
anybody.
I feel like the ease of access and people, like you said, you know, it's guys in your inbox. People take that as like real life clout.
On top, yeah.
Yeah. But low key, that shit is like VC. It's virtual currency. That shit can't buy you nothing. It don't mean
Correct.
shit. It has no weight in this real world. It's so easy for me. I inbox both of y'all and talk to both of y'all. Don't need to know anything about y'all and have access to 1 million more women just like y'all, just at the click of a button. And then you feel like this validates you as being fine or being high price, high class.
And let me just say this though, like a lot of people, yes, they do take that as, oh, they the man or they that girl, but it ain't worth a damn to have a roster full of people that you can't count on.
Right. That's true.
It ain't worth a
Facts.
damn to have a
Facts.
roster full of women that if you go broke today, you can't call them and say, hey, I need you to, look out for me real quick, or something.
Facts.
So all that all these women in my inbox, I got this girl number, I'm sleeping with this girl. All that shit don't matter, and vice versa. All that shit is out the window. Cause you really not that girl. You really not that dude.
Facts.
Now, if you got a roster that's full of people that you can count on, that's a little different. I'm just saying. That's just actual factuals.
I've had celebrities hit me up in my Instagram before. And to me, I just feel like it's another person. I mean, I don't know. I don't get excited about stuff like that. Now I've told my friends about it and they're like, oh my God, girl. Like,
You crazy. Send that nigga my way.
But you already know what it's about,
It's just a smash and pass.
yeah, like, and I'm not interested in that. I don't care who you are, because at the end of the day, you're just another person with money. Like,
And a lot of the time, the people with the most money get shit for free. They feel as though they're on the pedestal.
absolutely.
Like a guy that a woman doesn't know has to spend it to get her.
Yep.
The average guy that they know have it, she'll give it to for free. Just based off of clout, who he is or whatever else. Oh my God, girl. It's like, nah, this nigga actually got it. This the nigga you supposed to be trying to milk, if anything. Like, he has it in abundance, but
that's because
But he's
people
not trying to
judge
give it to
stuff-
you, though. He just wants to, like,
I get that. And he based himself, herself, whoever, both on both sides, off of that clout. That clout gets them in the door. Bitch, you know who I am?
Yep.
You telling me no? Bitch, you know how many women would love to be in your place or
They
whatever.
say the
else?
loudest in the room is not always the one you need to be focused on.
So,
Right.
based off. If you're comfortable enough to say, who was it?
I can't.
Okay. Would you consider it a C-list, B-list, A-list celebrity?
B-list.
B-list.
It's been a couple.
Yeah.
A couple of B-list people. So at none of them, you don't have any, do you have any celebrity crushes?
Not really.
Okay. You have any celebrity crushes?
I have one.
One. That's all right. Who?
You can say Chris Brown.
No.
Okay, I thought because she was going,
Right.
oh my God, Chris Brown better
Right,
not
that's
come
what I was
out
like,
gay.
yeah.
I love Moneybag.
Wow.
That
Now
man
he
is so
does.
fine right now. Moneybag,
Wow.
if you watching this, Ari, I'm sorry.
I would have not expected that.
He looks totally
I know.
different than what he
I
was.
know.
Based off of his personality, his character,
He
the
seem
things
like
he
a
portray,
cool-
he seemed like he will
He's an alright
slut
dude.
you out too at the same note.
And that's a balance.
I thought you was gonna say you had a dope ass personality.
Not even
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, but he seemed like
pretty cool dude to hang out
well,
with.
this we going off
Hang
look,
out
though.
with for niggas.
We talking about the look.
But I'm thinking,
Fresh.
I'm going, looks or whatever, but at the same note, most people that have a celebrity crush normally says, oh damn, I would love to be with that person or whatever else.
He do seem like he could be fun to be with.
Keyword fun. And fun never ain't good. It never ends well. He's gonna be fun.
I ain't trying to marry him. I ain't trying to be in a relationship.
Oh.
So I just want to.
trying-
No, I ain't trying to do that either. But
So
I want to look at him.
I just want to look at.
yeah, you want to look at him on
First of all,
top of
he
you.
Okay,
Look
so,
at him like this.
okay, I will have to take that back then. So my celebrity crush would definitely be Drake then.
Drake?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That's new.
Drake
That's
is alright,
different. That's different.
All women like Drake.
Everyone
Yeah.
appreciates Drake's music. It's rare for women to appreciate him like
Why?
crushing wise.
You think so?
I think so many women
Drake.
state he's corny. They know the fact that he's the GOAT when it comes to music. They know the fact that he's possibly a billionaire. They know the fact he can jump on anybody's shit and his name pops around the world. They know that. The fact of them sexualizing him or crushing upon him, I feel as though if it's not for money, if it's for visual and swag or whatever alone, I feel like I haven't heard many people state that Drake was like, oh my God, girl, Drake's so sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, type shit.
Right.
Normally, it's the
Right.
guys like Moneybagg. It's the guys like Future. It's the guys that have the "I'ma slut you out" type vibe, and the girls be. But Moneybagg gives me that type of. I mean, look at him and Megan's whatever the fuck they
Wait a
had
minute.
going on.
Don't talk about men like that.
Hey,
Nah, but I mean, I'm just going
I
based
get
off
it, though.
looks
That's-
right now. That man is fine. That's just
you think he's fine? He look like he got a Bart Simpson chin. Like he.
no.
I don't know. Like
Right.
I don't know. I ain't never.
He
There's a
looks
few
much
women-
better now.
He
I feel
looks
like
better.
since he's lost weight, his
Now,
face
So
has
my
changed.
thing would be,
tattoos
if you
and
were to state he has sex appeal, I guess I could see that all the tattoos, the rugged shit.
Not
whatever.
back in the day. There
Nah,
was
he
no
been, he
sex
been in
appeal
the
back in
gym
the
now,
day.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
been working
saying.
out.
I get that, but
He's
Wiz
fit.
Khalifa has too, and nobody.
But
and
he's still skinny.
He's still
He's still
super
little,
skinny.
like-
oh,
still
Wiz
skinny.
Khalifa cut up now.
He cut up, but he's
But
still
he's
skinny.
still skinny. Moneybagg
put
is
no
like
weight on.
big bone.
It's
He got
just
the
definition. That's
Yeah,
all.
he
Yeah.
got definition.
Okay,
He's
but on the
still
same note,
a tree.
you talk about that. I'm talking about that nigga face. That
the man
nigga,
is fine. Point blank. Period.
that's crazy to me. I
me.
ain't heard that
To
shit
me.
neither.
Much better now.
So what? You don't think he's fine?
Fuck.
Why you arguing her opinion?
No, I'm not. Listen, bro.
Who's your celebrity?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen. As we were stating before, I feel as though I am very conscious of if a nigga look. For example, me and my wife would sit. Nah, she damn sure said I got bad taste. I don't know. Cause last night we was it was this little shit on TikTok where it's like you gotta pick
In men or women?
It was women.
Oh, okay.
So I was going on my list and I did a whole women's list. Okay. And then I had, yeah, I had looked at her, but no, I didn't get to pick. It was randomized.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like a roulette and the wheel would spin. And then once you hit the screen, it'll stop.
That's
on
what you
someone
got.
random.
Okay.
And whoever you get, you have to put them from 1 to 10 as far as like
Okay,
you
I get
gotta
what you're
judge
saying.
where
Yeah.
you put them at. But at the same note, not knowing who you're going to get, it was a while before I wanted to put anyone in that number one spot because I was like, damn, I don't know who they going to put up here. So I was kind of going in the 3 to 4 range and then going down. But I never kind of got who I got. The best looking woman that I got was Lori Harvey. I feel like she's very pretty.
She's very pretty.
But
Right.
other than her, I had like fucking...
Beyonce.
I had Beyonce. Now, Beyonce is pretty, but I don't think she's like...
She's not top of the list.
Yeah, I don't... You know, but I respect Beyonce and all, but I just know she's a pretty woman. I just wouldn't put her... Anyway, continue with the
Let's
story.
not talk about her. You know her fans go crazy.
Yeah, so...
Right. Be high.
So basically what happened was... So I did that or whatever. She was like, oh, okay. I said, baby, you do the list. See what you get. So bam. She did the list with the women. So then she was scrolling through TikTok. She seen the guys list. Then she had did some guys on whatever. So she said, oh, well, you made me do the women. Here, you do the guys.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know. So I did the guys or whatever. She was like, oh, your taste is trash.
Who did you pick?
I don't know.
Who was number one?
You don't remember?
But see, no, this is the thing. Once you put a person in a spot, you can no longer move them. So sometimes if you go, all the way down. Let's say say if I had Idris Elba and I put him at 5, but I only had 5 and 1 left.
Okay.
And then the roulette spins again and Forrest Whitaker comes. I had to put him at number 1. So the order of the list doesn't necessarily reflect what you really think.
That's true.
It's like once you put him there, it's like, fuck, maybe I should have put this number 3 at number 1 based off of the list I have now, but I can't move.
Okay, I see.
But anyway, I feel like I got a decent taste on how a guy would, if he looks, because I base it off of myself, and I feel like, oh, if he looks about like me or better, I say, all right, I think I could give him this or that money bag. That's just me. I don't know, man.
I'm not saying I'll date him. I'm just saying he's fine.
For like the way when women say that shit about Chris Brown, I'll be like, all right, I see that. Usher, I'll be like, all right, I see that.
Nah, I do love Usher too.
But money bag, I'll be like, this is nigga money. They're like, it's just the money, man.
I don't think it's so much his face. I think it's just his whole
His
persona.
body.
And that's what I'm saying. But when you use the word fine, I feel like fine is face.
He is fine to me. In the face.
But she said she don't think it's face.
I think, well, now it might be his
Yeah.
face, but it's a lot of it has to do with his persona, I think,
Yes,
and how he carries
See,
himself.
that's what I'm saying. That's attitude, though. Man, I don't think
I guess. Well,
So
Yeah.
who's your crush?
right.
Ella May.
Really? Okay.
She's pretty.
Oh, okay.
Who's yours?
Thought y'all about to say something.
You said I'm about to say something.
Nah, I thought they were about to say something.
Oh, nah. I mean, I got a few of them.
What's one?
He be crushing hard.
Right.
With high school crush, he be like, shit, all of them. All of them still fun.
All of them can't be your type now.
Let's see. I like Keke Palmer. I like Lauren London. I like Megan Good.
Damn, that's a
That's a nice
way
little-
different list.
But
Like,
they're different.
Cause no, you got
not-
you
they
got
not the
light
same.
skin, you got brown skin, you got darker. Like Kiki is brown, but she's darker than Megan. Megan, I would put in that mid, and then you had
That's what you.
You
I
don't
ain't
have a
got no
type.
type. Bad.
You just, if you like her, you
only
like her.
thing that I like. I'm the same way.
That's
I literally was speaking on that the other day. I don't have no
Fair.
type. It's just
If I vibe with you, I vibe with you.
You not.
there ain't no vibe. I don't know they vibe.
I'm
It's
saying
just-
like in the same sense, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess money bad. Damn. that was-
What's wrong with you? Why you hating
Hey,
on that man?
who your celebrity crush, bro?
Huh?
Who your celebrity crush? He said too many.
Nah, you know Megan Good always be my first.
Yeah, she got them lips, man. I love lips.
She's very pretty. She
Yes,
is.
she
She's a
is.
very pretty woman.
Megan Good always been there for me.
Okay.
Anybody got anything they want to speak on before I continue? I know sometimes I talk. So when women play hard to get,
Oh boy.
which low key, not replying to a dude, well, I guess it's just no interest at
Yeah, that's
all.
no interest.
Yeah, that's not playing
Okay,
hard to
but when women play hard to get, is that fair? Is that fine? Do you feel like that's something that should be done? Or do you feel like that's like you're playing around? Like, what do you feel about playing hard to get?
I reciprocate energy. If I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into it, I'm going to do the same.
Got you. What about
I'm not
you?
going to overplay my part.
I say I agree with that, but I also am going to say this too. Like, I'm not going to be so quick to jump and be like, oh, let's talk. Let's be.
But what if
like,
you are literally that interested in the dude?
Think, okay, yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that's kind of what she's saying.
yeah.
You gotta, So have you ever had a woman that played hard to get? Did you continue to pursue, or you did like they said, nah, fuck that, I'm a reciprocate. She ain't showing no interest, or like what was your
I mean, a little bit of both. I would say just because it's like multiple instances. Like, So sometimes I was like, I don't feel like putting in that type of
she
energy.
won't quite that tier to be playing hard to
It's not
get?
about tears. It's just like I just don't have any have that type of energy, and
Yeah.
sometimes like I actually like want her for real, and so
Hard.
yeah, so
Real
it's like,
bad.
I know she want me, but she's playing hard to get, and I end up getting what I want.
So you feel like playing hard to get is acceptable for a woman?
Nah, I don't think it's acceptable.
You don't think it should be a thing?
I don't think it should be a thing.
So
'Cause
why
you be
did
missing
you
out on-
continue though?
Huh?
Why did you continue? Though?
Because I be chasing.
He is a ladies' man, clearly.
You
And
know what I'm
that's
saying?
okay.
I be chasing. Like, that's what it is.
Say, I don't
But
mind a little hunt.
But you know what?
that's
Some
a me-
women
that's
do
a
like to
me
be
thing.
chased.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fact.
But you get the right nigga. It's just like you might be missing out on something. You feel me?
Facts. So, would either one of y'all fuck with a dude that's playing hard to get? No, matter of fact, have either one of y'all ever pursued a man? Have you pursued a guy?
No.
You've never pursued a man.
Like me sliding in his DM type thing.
Either you see him in the club and you like, you make sure you
I've
brush
never-
against him or anything?
Nah.
Why not?
I just haven't.
Why?
Because it just seems weird that
As far as what? Do you know what you want?
She want the man to come to her.
When you go when you go shopping, you wait for the shit to hop in your car or you put in your
you
car.
can't
what you
compare
want?
that to.
But don't you
not?
think that's crazy though? So I that's a thought. Like, I do like women who like are assertive and take initiative. It's definitely a turn on. But also, like, imagine being somewhere and you see something you like, right? And you're not always at this place, but you see something you like and you don't go for it, and you just missed out.
You
on
missed
something.
out
Now
on some
I will
shit.
say
Right.
I have locked
And that's
eyes
why-
with a guy in the club,
Right.
like somewhere.
Purposely.
You purposely,
But
like
not-
that
you
was
ain't
that
going
was
no
my way
further.
of shooting the
You
shot.
lick your
Like,
lips
I'm
and
looking
shit?
at you. Nah, we not doing that.
You wink, you ain't wink. You ain't
No. I'm
winking.
looking at
That's
him.
kind of weird.
And we locking eyes, and I might, if he looks at
And that
me,
shit
and I
was
might
shooting
smile a
us,
little
man.
bit. That's
Yeah.
my
So the
way.
smile. It's the eye
It's the
contact
eye
and
contact
the
and the
smile.
smile.
Can you wink?
No, I can't. And don't
Stop.
ask me
Can you
to.
wink?
No, that's weird.
No, what do you mean it's weird? Yeah, no,
I'm
because
not winking at anybody.
no,
That's
I didn't
weird.
say have you. I said can you.
No, imagine though. Like
Like-
if you're in the club, right? And you
I mean,
make
somebody
eye
winking at you,
contact
that's
with a girl,
I'm gonna
Huh?
think that's weird.
and
for
from
real.
across the
creepy.
club, she's like,
I don't even want to do
No,
to wink
that,
at me.
bro. Do you know how?
Well, first of all, that's for if a woman do
No,
that.
look
It's like
at him. Look at him and
flirtatious.
do
I
that.
just
Look
think
at
if a
him
guy
and do the
does
same
that, it's
thing.
creepy.
Look at him and do the same thing.
I can't.
You just did it to me. Do it.
Spur of the moment. If you're like, if she's like,
Now you already know, like, okay, let's
I
go.
think it's flirtatious.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
weird.
Let's
That's
go.
weird
You
to
like
me.
I ain't gonna
Like
hold
shit
you.
right here. Like if you look at a
My
dude,
thing
you
if a
look
guy
at the
winks, it's
dude.
creepy.
Say if a guy winks.
If a guy winks at a girl, it's like
no, he better not ever.
I don't like that.
So niggas gotta like
Weird.
lick his
I'ma be
lips,
like,
nah,
lick his lips and lock
flirtatious.
eyes.
It's like I'm a
No,
goofy
no,
guy,
lick
so I
no
like
lips.
No, I'm talking about like a dude.
No, I'm saying I don't want him to lick his lips at me either.
Damn.
Sir, just
Crazy.
look at me, smile, and come over here.
Right.
All that winking eyes and
that's
Yeah.
no, we're not doing that.
Hey, it might be weird as hell. You
wild.
remember like in school niggas that do that shit right there, like just licking.
See, I hate it. That shit,
ain't
that
never
shit
did
used
that
to
to
piss
a
me
woman.
off.
No.
Cause
So, no,
That's disgusting.
funny. No, you never seen high school kids do some shit like that,
I
That shit
mean,
was
going
dumb.
around, but not looking at no woman doing that.
bro.
And then winking.
it's so
No.
uncomfortable.
That's never happened in
That's
your high
sick.
school. That's never happened in your high school or anything. Dude just licking.
That has
it.
happened to me.
And they're sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
it's
though. I'm not
very
saying that is
disgusting.
acceptable. I'm literally
Ain't
just
never-
saying
ain't
that
never
shit was
seen that
funny.
one.
You never seen that shit?
No.
Oh, bro.
Y'all ain't been living, bro. Y'all niggas
No,
from
bro.
Hennessy, y'all done seen that shit.
Of course we have.
That's crazy.
Shit,
I ain't
they
never
probably
seen
still
that.
trying to do that shit too.
But
Right.
yeah,
Like,
I
yeah.
think that's
And
crazy.
probably trash
like,
too.
The reason
Yeah.
why I say this is because when I go to work out at this gym, and right now I think she like my gym crush. Right. But I just know like the only
Right.
reason
You be pressing hard.
I'm not gonna run up on her is because my intent is not gonna be her intent. Well, I don't know that, but I'm assuming. You feel me? And so of course made eye contact. I was like, yeah, she looked good. And then got to a point where she was looking at me. I could see her in the mirror. She looking at me without me looking at her. I was like, okay. And then like lock eyes, like hard as hell. Then
Did you wink?
hell no. Hell no.
that nigga picked up
Couple
the
weeks
bigger
went
weights. He
by.
picked up the bigger weights.
Nah, I don't do that shit.
Shaking.
Because if I'm struggling, I'm
Trying to
looking
be
stupid.
pregnant.
Struggling.
If I'm struggling, I'm looking stupid as hell. So no, I might pick up something light, throw that thing up. You know what I'm saying? But then the last time, so like she ain't been there in a couple weeks. I was like,
You
yeah.
scared her off.
I was
That
like,
was
where Bay at?
Where Bay at?
So then this past week, I seen her on Thursday, and then as I was leaving, and she was on the elliptical, and while I was walking by her, she was like staring me down, like locking her eyes. Like I was like, oh, she wait for me
So why you
to
didn't say
Yeah.
talk to her.
Back. So you
Yeah.
telling her, but why didn't you pop off?
Cause I just don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to bring up relationship shit. I don't want nobody intent. To
How
be
you
like
know
a
she's
relationship.
gonna?
Yeah.
Do
I don't.
You don't know.
I
She
don't.
might be on the same.
But my plan is
might
to
want you
pull
to
up
clap
on her
cheeks.
this week. That's what I'm gonna do.
So you're not looking for a relationship.
Nah, I'm not
Just
looking
don't
for
wear
a
that wig.
relationship. Like, nah, I just don't. I'm getting
So what
tired
is
of-
it that you're looking for?
I just like having a good time.
He like clapping cheeks.
You don't want to
That's
be. You don't
what
want
it
to get
is.
married.
No, I just like now. I just like vibing with people. You
He
feel
say
me?
he's here
And
for a
clap- I
good
just know,
time,
like-
not a long time.
I just know people. I don't even have to have sex for real. I just know people like I like hanging out with good looking people. You know what I'm saying?
You got so many crushes. Okay.
I like hanging out with good looking people,
So
so we can vibe together without even having sex. You feel me? But I just like the energy.
I get
You
it.
know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like women catch feelings.
So
Yeah.
shit is more fun with good looking people.
I'm not saying I just
wants
like being
to be around a
I
bunch
just
of
like
ugly
being around
people?
good-
Let's
I,
just-
I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I like being around somebody.
Ugly
ain't
people
gonna
be
hold
fun though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ugly people be the funnest,
They be
funniest,
funny.
coolest
They do be the
people.
funniest.
They do, but I like being
No,
around
no, no.
somebody. else.
Yeah.
But there are good
I
looking people
fuck
that
with
are very funny too. So
Right,
it
right.
goes.
So,
Henny-
so, and this is a scientific study, bro. This is so weird. Good looking people tend to be more successful than ugly
Absolutely.
people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw that.
I believe that.
That's
That's
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, But
you
it
never
makes
heard that?
sense.
You never. So, do you feel as though your looks has ever gave you the advantage in life?
Yes.
Example. Do you have it, or that's too much on the spot where you like, I can't necessarily think right now? Is there anything you can kind of reflect on? It's like, damn, I know for a fact if I didn't look the way I looked, I wouldn't have got this opportunity or.
And I don't think it has so much to do with just my physical appearance, but how I carry myself also, I think has a lot to do with it. It's gotten me jobs that I don't think that I would have gotten if I wasn't like attractive or
They over there got an insider.
like dress nice.
Okay, but the thing was, good looking people.
Can it be any advantage, like just anything?
Yeah, whether
I don't
that's either
really-
getting out
So,
of a
like,
ticket
like,
or
pretty
anything.
privilege.
I was,
Pretty
privilege
privilege.
is definitely
A thing.
a thing.
Have
Handsome
you ever?
handouts are too?
Huh?
Handsome handouts is a thing
Handsome
too.
Yeah,
handouts.
What is
I've
that?
heard of that.
Handsome
Okay,
handout.
what would that
Never
be?
heard of that.
Oh, I've heard of that. The pretty
No.
privilege, that shit was kind of fire. These HH and PP, I like that shit.
I've never heard of that.
Not no handsome.
That's because y'all
handouts.
ain't handsome. Y'all get pretty privileges. That's why it's a difference. You get the handsome handouts. Yeah, you know, I know you done seen this shit when they be like, "Oh, if I tell you handsome, it's because I'm trying to hand you some."
Yeah, I heard about it. I saw that. I saw that like
No,
a
I've
year or
not
two
heard
ago.
that.
See, it's a handsome handout. But have you ever purposely used your looks to get something? You feel like you ever did that?
Purposely, nah, because I don't look good to everybody. I don't feel
Well,
like
no
that.
one. I
But
feel like
I know there's times where I know like I have gotten something because somebody felt like I was attractive.
facts.
know
You
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
you feel like when it comes to just the looks alone, looks apartment, women have more of an edge of getting things than men.
Yeah.
So you do. I 100%. I just wanted to make sure because these are the same people that thought it might have been more gay men in the
There
world.
is. I still stand on that.
Touche.
Agreed. Is more gay niggas. That's crazy, bro. Do you feel like
You need to start a poll on that.
And see.
no? Because they closet freaks. They ain't gonna tell me.
Make it anonymous.
They still ain't niggas that's low down like that. Be afraid of this motherfucker. Like damn. Make sure I ain't. Oh
Right.
hell no! Somehow my shit come
gonna
out.
know, right.
Cause I don't know if y'all seen it. Y'all seen that shit that was going around maybe early this year. Where it was like low down Henderson guys, low down Raleigh guys, low down.
No.
I
They
see
had
that.
whole list of guys
What?
that were being
scary.
exposed for being low down, and whether it was
Yeah, that
true,
was crazy.
true or not, I don't know. I think
They
maybe
need to put the last names
Was
on
there
there because
people
I was
on
trying
there
to
that you
figure
were
them out.
surprised on?
I didn't look at the shit.
Did
But-
you look at it?
I looked at like the Henderson one, because I mean I know some Raleigh people, not a lot, but
Right.
definitely I looked at the Henderson one, and that's why I said they should have put the last names.
You
There's a lot
are-
of Reggies and a lot of
He
Hunters and
told
a
me
lot of
about it,
Gregs.
and I was
and
like, bro, I ain't
Yeah, I
seen
heard
that.
about it, but I
saw
didn't
one in
know.
Raleigh a couple months ago, like during the summer, and then like I didn't know none of the people, but the pictures, I was like, yeah, you can tell he's gay. Yeah, you can tell.
It wasn't no surprise.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't surprised about the way they took.
Some people do give that off though. Like,
He's a sweetheart. That's all.
Damn.
not a
A
sweetheart,
sweetheart.
a sugar bear,
Sugar bear.
He might not be a bear.
sugar baby.
Damn, that sound bad. That's what y'all women like to be. Sugar baby. You ever had sugar daddy?
No,
No.
but
I had some try though.
I've
Why
seen
you
it in
why you
person.
knock it down?
Old school's
'Cause you was
beginning now.
afraid to the attachments behind it.
It's not free.
It's creepy.
That's what I'm saying. So the attachments behind it.
Yeah, because you already know what else could he want?
Some women don't care. They willing to risk it all to get that buck.
I don't know, and like I have to be physically attracted to you.
Absolutely.
What's
It's
your-
not gonna work if I'm not physically.
What's your age
attracted.
gap? What's your age
Right.
cap?
I really don't have one.
So you'll date a 60-year-old man?
If he's attractive,
60.
I don't think
you
he
gonna be
would
looked
be,
at.
but I'm not gonna
You'll definitely be looked at as a gold digger at that point.
always. But yeah,
Facts. Because they be like, oh, she just trying to get a check. Da, da, da. What's your age cap?
At my age, as of right now, my
Facts.
age cap would be. It's hard to say this because I just got out of a relationship with a 37-year-old. So I'm not gonna say 40, but I'm gonna say like 35.
Maybe 40. Maybe still,
Or
maybe
we'll
40. I
we'll
can
still
see
say
40.
40. We'll split. I don't know if I want to
What's
do
your
that
age
again.
Age gap or cap?
Cap.
cap.
Cap. Let's see. I'm 30 right now, so my cap would probably be like dating. I don't want no woman at 40.
No,
Ooh, 40? Be your
No,
cap?
Yeah, but like
I'm surprised.
Setson, I can do.
wait, how
48.
is it? Because how old is Megan Good?
Megan, she not 50. She like in her 40s.
Right, but she's over 40. You said
Oh,
40
she's
was your
over
cap.
40.
But I wouldn't date Megan.
She
Good.
probably like 44 maybe.
I wouldn't date Megan Good.
Hey, Google, how old is Megan Good?
42 years old. People also ask me, does Megan Good have kids? Want to hear the answer?
No.
Ed Sheeran,
I thought she was
Wow.
younger than that.
I
She
didn't
look good.
because she
I thought
was,
she was
Yeah,
older than
great.
that for real.
She
but
look good.
I wouldn't want to date Megan Good.
You would.
You would?
She a
Okay, she
stallion.
just
I mean,
eye
back in
candy.
the day I did, but nah, I don't care. She's just eye
Megan
candy
is a
right
stallion.
Not the stallion. I hear that, Megan.
All right, so time to go into uncharted waters.
now. Do it. Let's talk about it.
Oh no, it ain't
You
that.
should
It
have
ain't
a
no.
bell.
It ain't no crazy.
You should have
It
a
ain't no
horn
crazy.
like a
There
bell.
should be
when
a
you- when
noise.
you-
I do that shit in the after footage
Okay.
or
Okay.
whatever a lot of the time. Should male or female, man or woman, be able, in your opinion, to identify, or should what's on your fucking birth certificate state what you are, and that be it?
Oof.
Should a man be able to identify? Oh, I feel as though should a woman be able to say, oh, I'm a man? Or if you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a man, you're a man. Or is that something that's
I feel like you have one life to live. Identify however you want to identify. You want to identify, but don't push your agenda on me.
not-
And I don't feel like the whole restroom thing is another thing I don't agree
but
with.
that's pushing it and that's allowing them to identify. If you're saying I feel as though they should be able to identify, that's saying you also feel as though a man should be able to come in the bathroom
That's
with you.
not, no. I could identify as a dolphin, but that doesn't mean I can go swim underwater for 14 hours.
So do you agree or disagree with allowing them to
No.
be able, because if they identifies that means I identifies this, I'm going in the bathroom that identifies what I feel as though I am.
Yeah, no, you need to just go in the bathroom that you need to go in. Which, if you're a man, you're a man. Go in the men's bathroom. I don't care if you identify as a woman.
Facts.
That's
So,
creepy. I'm going in the bathroom. This man is standing
right.
here.
I said my daughter's in the bathroom.
That's creepy.
Exactly.
You never.
wild.
Yeah.
You know, like
Because-
you got this grown man in the bathroom
Right,
with my
right.
12-year-old daughter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I agree with that because my next thing will be, at what point does it stop? If you are allowed to identify, if a man can identify as a woman and a woman can identify as a man, genetics state otherwise, why can't I identify as white if I want to?
I mean, you can.
I can't.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Nah, bro.
You can't. You can identify as that verbally,
Right.
But internal, like
legally, or whatever else.
That's
Like
skin
sex wise, that person can legally identify as a woman. I will not be able to identify legally
White.
as white.
Right.
right.
Why? Do you feel as though that's a race barrier thing?
That's crazy.
I feel like it's been baby steps because just recently it became like a thing for people to be able to identify. So maybe down the road that'll be something that
Just
might
like
be
now, like
acceptable.
you still like when you fill out stuff, you check what you want to check. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like you can say other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you identifying as that.
So
Right.
when I state that, yes, you can identify, but as she stated, a man walking into a woman's bathroom is allowed. But let's say anything medically where it's like, oh, black people gotta blah 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 and white people, just census or anything. At that point, you no longer can identify
No, you can't because-
race wise. It's going to be very specific.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you doing right here, bro? Like, you are black. Like, nah, I don't identify as that.
Identify as white.
When I get stopped by the fucking cops and they fucking, ticket, license, registration or whatever, or I get reported, I'm going to get reported as a black man. I go to court. No, Your Honor,
But saying
I'm
that-
actually...
I'm a white
But
man.
that's
I'm
the
a
same
white
thing.
man.
That's the same thing with
serious
gender, though.
thing.
When somebody pull you over and you look like a male, they gonna say him, his, right? Until you say no, I identify as a woman. That's when they change the
Facts. But
It's the same thing.
then, no, only reason I say there's a difference is because once you tell them, no, officer, I identify as a woman, and they see that you somewhat sex change or whatever, oh, I am sorry, ma'am. Let that motherfucker pull me over, this nappy ass hair.
And then
No,
you say,
no
I
officer identifies white.
He might look at you.
They're gonna
crazy,
think you're
but
crazy.
He ain't gonna do it.
He
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna motherfucking do it.
I mean, why would he be calling you a black male anyway?
Cause that's how he's gonna call it in.
Yeah, unless-
Blackmail,
Right.
such and such,
Yeah,
whatever
true.
else. That's how he's gonna call it in. I can
But-
tell him I'm white. He will not allow that. Basically, and I feel like if you're
But
going,
that's description. So your description of the gender was that person was already dressed as a woman, right? So if somebody's dressed as a woman, then yeah, he's gonna say, "Oh, it's a woman."
what if it's
Not
obviously a man though? Well, obviously a man with a beard.
If it's a man with a beard,
No.
he's gonna call it in as a male. It don't matter what you identify as. He can call it as a male for somebody else to see you because they gonna see you as a male.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They gonna start a whole thing
Because
about
if you
that
say
shit.
Right. There's
if
gonna be a lawsuit.
If you see a black
And-
male, and he's obviously a black male, and they say I identify as a woman, he's not gonna radio somebody and be like, "Oh, there's a black woman walking out." If they say there's a black woman and this dude look like you, they can go right past him.
But
They
like,
can
what
go
if-
right past him. It's the same thing.
Facts. And that's a descriptive part where I feel
Yeah.
as though identifying destroys description.
It does.
And how
It does.
can you legally place someone or something anywhere or do anything when you say, oh, this is obviously a black male, and then you put it in the description, white woman. It's like, what the fuck? That nigga will never get caught.
But what about those people that identify as they and them? That's even harder
Because what do you?
because they fall under no category. They're
Right.
not a man. They're not a woman. They're
Right.
just they or them.
And see, I feel like the only people, obviously or honestly, that should get away with stuff like that are biracial people. I feel like someone like you can possibly play the cusp. You can get whichever way to feel
I don't know.
based off
I don't know. It's hard being biracial.
biracial facts.
Because you're too black for the white side, but you're too white for the black side.
No, because speaking of, black society accepts more biracials than white society. Especially
That's
if
true.
you're mixed.
That's true.
With black and white, you're 50-50. Black people say, "Oh, you one of us." White people say, "Oh, you one of them."
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
But technically, and I didn't even know
50% of
this.
Black.
I didn't even know this, but like if you are half black, then you're technically black. So
Black.
like if I am to do an
Right.
application, I'm black.
Based on society only.
No.
They didn't teach y'all that in Henderson schools?
Based on society
We just
only
made
though.
it by.
Because bro, huh?
Real.
But
Just
so
made it by.
It was already even back in the day. It was like really, if you have a drop of African American, you're black.
that's racist. That is very racist.
You know what I'm saying? So that's always been a
That's
thing.
very racist. That's a racist thing, and society accepts it. It allows it and everything else. Like it's just the standard. That's what we all go for. We all follow it. We all sit there and like low key. I be like, oh yeah, she black. But honestly, I don't even think I wouldn't say you black. I'd be like,
Most people just try to figure out what I am.
Facts.
I have
And-
people who are Spanish and they'll come up
Start
to me
talking Spanish.
and I'll be like,
I don't know what you said.
So you are
Exactly.
black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
yeah, I don't know. Do y'all feel like that's kind of unfair that you automatically?
I think it is unfair. And like you said, it is racist.
Yeah, that shit is racist as fuck.
Right.
Because if I'm equally black and white,
Yeah.
either you just consider me in both groups, or it's like,
Yeah.
how the fuck you just
Right.
throw me
Put
away
me in a category.
Right.
to the fucking black people,
Black.
and we accept it.
Yeah.
Like we just be like, oh yeah, you can say nigga now and shit
No.
like that.
I don't
Come
say that. I'm a
over.
little
I
bit
mean, I
too
get
on
it,
the white side.
but
to
not
be-
even that. Like you don't even have to be black to say it anymore. Like DJ Khaled just throw that. You just can't be white,
Yeah.
like
Can't be
full
white.
blown
If
bone
you're a
white.
minority, you pretty much
You
know it.
minority, you can get away with that.
Right.
Takashi 6ix9ine was throwing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I feel like we have a very construed mind when it comes to like I don't know. Matter of fact, I feel like we've been so brainwashed and conditioned to where we just don't know what to believe, and we just allow what was fed to us to continue to stay that way, and we don't even like go against the grain, and then we just like, oh yeah, this is what everybody else do, so this how we gonna rock, this how we gonna do this and do that. I don't know.
I agree.
It's tough.
'Cause
Do
how
you
could
feel as
change
though
it?
you've ever been judged or given a disadvantage from maybe white people or whatever just because you have black in you?
So I've actually tested that, and I've done applications where I put black on my application, and then I'll do an application and I'll put white on it. Every single application that I have put white on, they pull it. When I put black on there, it's like 50-50.
Odds, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's wild.
literally. Yeah. But it's hard because I feel like my name, it could kind of go either or.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
Have you ever utilized the white part to kind of try to shimmy your way into or out of something?
I don't think to shimmy my way out of, but I have used it to my advantage to shimmy my way into things. I'm really good at being able to meet people on their level. So I could be put in a room with like 100 white, rich women and I would be able to mesh with them. Or I could be put in a room with a bunch of ghetto women and I can mesh with them too.
Let me hear your ghetto voice.
I don't.
Let me hear your most. Let me hear Bonquisha. Let me hear. Give me.
I don't know.
I just be messing with people, bro.
I think I would still talk like this, but
You
I could
would?
match the
So
conversation.
you've never been like shunned because they like, oh, this bougie bitch or this. Whatever.
Oh, I get called bougie all the time. I'm always the bougie one in the room.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I would. Because when you stated, oh yeah, she's
Ask any
in
of
the
my
room
friends,
with
they're
these
gonna be
ghetto
like, yeah, she's
girls
the
or
bougie
whatever,
one.
I could definitely see them kind of like, oh, she don't belong here with us.
Well, it's
She
always
don't-
been like that for me anyways, just because I'm more light skinned and I'm pretty. I have a hard time like being friends with females. Like the female friends that I have, we've been friends for years. I don't find a lot of new female friends because females are jealous and like
very
they have, like
Very envious. Agreed.
Do you feel like as a woman, you guys create that narrative amongst yourselves? Like, do you feel like it's easy for women to, I don't know, I feel like women kind of control the narrative overall on media and the world as a whole. What women accept as positive or good, for example, like the toxic masculinity thing and all that other shit, I feel like a lot of that shit was based around women. Like, if a woman was to say, you know, oh, he's acting sassy, like the shit we were saying
Men do be
before.
acting super sassy.
See?
Yes.
Oh, man. So,
They be acting
Why
like
you think I had
princesses
sassy? What you mean?
sometimes.
yeah, she
No,
turned her
I'm
head
just
straight
looking
to
at.
you.
I'm looking at. No, I don't think you're sassy. I just think men are sassy.
Men really be acting
In
sassy.
today's society, there are a lot of men that are very sassy.
So
You
give
think
me.
Men are sassy.
Yeah.
They're
Like
giving
a lot
off
of men?
sassy ways.
But
Yeah.
these the same women that feel like it's more gay men than straight men.
So would you think he's sassy?
I don't know him well enough.
Would you think he's sassy?
She think I'm sassy. She already cut her eye at me.
No, I don't think he's. I mean, I don't know you guys well
Yeah.
enough to think that.
So,
You're
but
sassy,
at the same note, you don't be knowing these men that y'all prejudge
Yes.
on
What's
social
No,
media.
I
know
What's
from
good-
experience. We're talking from
so the guys you
experience.
call it sassy, you know them.
like yes.
So
Yeah.
give me
Okay,
some
okay.
sassy,
That makes
some sassy personality traits or sassy acts of a
Right.
man.
So, like, say for instance, I don't hit a guy up within the time frame that he thinks I should hit him up. Then he's, texting
Having
me
a
like,
fit.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, yeah,
like what a
that-
female would do. Like, oh, you don't hit
Right.
me up. You know,
Right.
you don't fuck with me. Like,
Makes
that's
sense.
what they do now, and it's like,
so a
Or
man,
they feel like I feel like a lot of, well,
wanna
I'm gonna
be
say the ones that
chased.
I've experienced, they want to be chased.
Yes.
They're forgetting
Right.
they're the man.
so,
you're the
Why
man.
can't men
You
be
want me to
chased, though?
chase you? It's not happening,
So,
princess.
okay,
Gotta
so check
leave.
this out.
Why
You're
can't men
exactly,
want to
Gotta
be
leave.
chased,
but they
though?
don't know they're missing. There a lot of
Okay,
men today
so-
don't know their role.
Missing
If
out.
men,
yeah.
I get it, men want to be chased, but don't be mad when you get an aggressive, overpowering, dominant woman.
An
Like
alpha
you
female.
want to be treated like a man, and you want to be the head of the relationship, but you want to be chased. Like you can't get
So
both.
Yeah, that's
No.
weird.
do you feel
I don't
like
believe in like
I
the
get.
gender
I
role and
get
everything
why
anyway.
you say
Me
that's
neither.
sassy.
Yeah.
I don't care for
so
that shit.
do you feel as though when you state men are sassy nowadays? Do you feel like women have become more masculine, less dominant?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Isn't everything in nature naturally balanced? When one tips one way or the other, women currently push this hood bitch, ratchet, get this shit, get this money, fuck these niggas music, which brainwashes the majority of the simple-minded females to have this personality and this mindset, and creates this masculine woman, this woman that won't submit, this woman that won't let a man lead, technically, causes him to bitch and moan and complain.
Well, let me just say this. I feel like a lot of females that are alpha females, it's not that they want to be the head of the household or that they don't want to be submissive. Some women that are like that, some men are insecure and they don't know how to handle a woman such as that person. So they feel like their masculinity is taken from them. But also, I'm going to say this, some women have to be the alpha female because they've been put in situations where men don't know how to properly lead.
But
Like anybody can lead, but
Right.
you're not going to lead me down the hole.
the issue with that is a woman would be in a relationship with this beta bitch.
What is that? First of all.
A beta male, not an alpha
Oh,
male.
okay. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
She'll be in a relationship
What?
So,
with a, cause you staying feminine, and
Yeah.
so a woman will be in a relationship with a beta bitch,
Oh my God.
and then get in a relationship with an alpha male and continue to have beta bitch energy. Like you said, you become this alpha because you need to,
Yeah.
and then you don't never turn that shit back off because it gets
always.
stuck.
Not always.
It has to be it has to be drilled back out of you the same way it was drilled into you, because you got
Right.
with these.
Yeah.
So at the same note, a man, because I ain't gonna hold you, it's a lot of fucked up ass niggas out here,
Right.
and overall we live life based off a majority. So if you've had 8 guys that are We ain't even go that high. 5 guys that kind of want shit, or you like low key, you kind of have that in you still, that this 6th guy gonna kind of be the same way, and you tend to approach it in that same manner.
Or you're kind of scared. You're kind of like cautious.
Yeah,
In a
you kind of
sense.
cautious already, and it kind of drives you to keep that. But in the same note, guys on the reverse has the same 5 females prior to you that expected him to spend all his money, expected him to do this and do that. Now he like, man, I ain't about to take her out because I ain't never had no woman reciprocate that for me.
Right.
I ain't never had no woman to,
But that comes into like, that's where you take the risk. But you have to both be willing to take the risk.
says the same person that won't go holler at the guy across the
Oh
room.
my gosh. I just think that's weird. I'm just not doing it. Listen, I do a lot of things, but that's one of the things I will not do. But you know what's so funny? My grandmother, on the way here, I was talking to her, and she was like, Kimara, we in this day and time, men are not like it was back in the day where they approach you. She said, you might have to go shoot your shot.
And vice versa.
I'm
Women
just
aren't
like,
like the way they
I
were
don't want
back
to
in
do
the day
that.
neither.
No,
Right.
Women aren't like they were back in the day neither.
they're not.
I don't
Time
Because
changes.
Things have changed.
Times changes. Evolution happens. It's low key about being able to adapt and adjust.
Yep.
Everyone wants to revert and have the expectations of back in the day, but no one wants to do what was done back in the day.
Exactly.
They want to expect it, but they don't want to give it. Back in the day, things were way different. Also, currently, inflation is a bitch. In our generation, we had Little Debbie cakes for 25 cents, bro.
Right.
Nothing in the store
Nothing is 25
is
cents.
25 cents anymore. Everything is $1 plus. The same Little Debbie cake in our lifespan.
Yeah.
So that in itself, the dynamic has changed financially.
Right.
Women need to and have to work to have a suitable, sustainable life financially with the man, based on if that woman wants to have amenities, good amenities. If you're going to live off of my allowance alone, but yet you want to look good, get your nails done, get your toes done, and whatever else, the way inflation is,
You're going to have to work too.
you're going to have to work too. Then the first thing a woman would say is, the man today ain't like the man yesterday.
Right.
But,
Inflation is
and
a
we get that. We get
bitch.
that. But not every female is like that. And so I got a lot of clients, they're at all different ages. And I was asking her, because this was a real topic that, not even a type of situation that I had, in my relationship. I asked her, I said, shut up. I asked her, I was like, how long you and your husband been married? She told me X amount of years. And I asked her, like, who pays most of the bills, you or him? And she said to me, she was like, well, as of right now, he does. But it hasn't always been that way because life happens.
Right.
It might have been a time where she had to pick up most of the bills or she had to meet him in the middle. And that's understood.
And I'll say this. In today's society, there are a lot more women nowadays that make more money than the man,
Yes.
Right.
but still has the expectation of the man taking more of the financial falls. That's absurd. That's like,
Yeah.
I feel
how
like
can
do
you?
what works
but-
for you
but
guys.
No, I get that, and I agree with that. But so many women will say, "Oh, if a nigga can't pay this for me, or if a nigga can't do this, baby, you might make more than him
At this very moment.
at
It
this
could
very
change
moment."
later.
But and even if you do make more than him, and this man lives on his own, paying all his own bills, why should you expect him to be able to foot you? When all actuality, if you just gonna be fair, you should be helping him. You make more money than him or whatever. Like,
No, I think that if that's what she expects, and she needs to date somebody that can meet that. Like, it's her fault for dating somebody that makes less than her and then having that expectation. Like, it's not realistic. You're
That's-
unrealistically dating.
but the thing that I'm stating is, love isn't financial. So you can sit there and I'm gonna be real with you. A dude that
think it
is
is,
this
though.
6-figure nigga and whatever else might not treat you as good as the dude that makes slightly less than you.
You're right about that. You are.
But
You are.
how?
100%
But the
right
love
about
is
it.
not. But okay, so
Love shouldn't be based off of finances though.
but who
Meaning
wants to be broke holding hands at the bus stop?
you don't have to be broke. I just said you make more.
Oh, okay.
You can make
But you said
100,000.
it doesn't. It doesn't have a. It's not monetary, but I feel like it is though, because she's obviously not gonna love him because he can't give her what it is she's wanting.
Let me say this.
Okay.
Let me use an example because I had a dude that I could count on him for any and everything. It's probably not too many times he told me no. But he on the flip side of the love, no, it won't there.
So you telling me if a guy make money, you can love him?
I'm not saying that that's primarily what's gonna make me love him, but I'm saying that I can't love somebody that doesn't have money. That's one of the qualities to me. And I'm not saying he has to be a millionaire, but he has to be able to at least support himself. Because first of all, I'm not supporting a man. And second of all, if you can't,
Why not? That's a part of marriage.
if we're
go
married,
that far,
but I'm talking about just like you were talking about if she's
I'll
dating a
state
man.
this. When you date and marriage is the goal, you treat that dating similar to what you would to the marriage to get there so you can see if that person is what you would take there. If you continue to, we dating, so I shouldn't have to do this or I shouldn't have to do that. Low key, you'll become habitual because you're with that same person. So let's say me and you are dating and we create these habits already. Those habits continue on to marriage. It doesn't stop because we're married now. That's our dynamic. That's how we have been living. That's how we have been dating. That's how we have been together. And it's going to continue.
But that's why it's important to know exactly what it is that you're looking for before you start dating.
And so I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if all of that is based off of finances alone, you get married and then this man loses his job. Now what?
That's different. That's different. That's different.
How is that different?
Because he was at one point at the place where he could support himself, right? So everybody has things that come up, right? He obviously, though, has the experience or education or whatever it is to get back on his feet. That's different.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna interrupt you. Y'all only dating and he loses his job.
Honestly, I'm not gonna break up with somebody just because of that. Because again,
You're gonna base it off the other qualities.
well, no, I'm still standing on the fact that he has the experience or the education to get himself back on his feet. Now, I'm not gonna date somebody that clearly just never had it.
Education doesn't necessarily allow finances. You have people that never went to college that makes more money than those
But
that
I said
didn't.
experience.
experience.
I said
But so-
experience too.
That
But-
means he already
but-
had a job with the experience.
Also, sometimes experience doesn't allow you to get back into the next door. So say if he had the experience at this job, he's been at this job for 15 years. That job will allow him to do certain things from the veteran
Right.
time he has there. So they like, yeah, this Johnny, Johnny been here for 15 years. Normally you need a bachelor's to be able to do this position. But I know Johnny been here for 15 years. We're going to allow him to do this. That job closes down. Johnny can no longer get that position at the next job because going into the job at the next door, a bachelor is necessary. We don't have any relations with Johnny. We're not going to allow Johnny to get this spot back. Johnny can no longer make that $120,000 salary he was once making. They might allow Johnny in the door, but now Johnny can only get $80,000 because you don't have the credentials. Once you get here, and maybe we'll allow you on a trial basis because you said you do have this experience, but with that experience, without that paperwork, we can't give you what we should give you. Now Johnny makes less than you.
So are you asking her, will she stay?
Right.
Cause
I think her point was like, she knows hypothetically he's a go-getter.
Right.
You like
But if-
it's different if he loses his job and don't want to do anything about it.
Right.
Right.
Because her expectation is somebody who's ambitious.
Right.
And I get that. My point with that is, just because I'm in this spot today doesn't mean I'm gonna or be able to get that same spot tomorrow.
Right, but
Right.
you gonna
Right,
be in
but-
a spot though. You
A
gonna be in
spot,
As
but
long
that
as you're
could be
in a
less than
spot,
her
what I'm-
finance.
She
No,
didn't-
but
she didn't
I'm
say-
not
she didn't
saying
say
that
like
that's a-
making less was a problem.
Right. I'm just saying that you have to be doing something
To
like
Right.
get back on your
something.
feet.
Right.
To get back on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you. I'll ride with you, but
So
as
you're
long
gonna
as you're
struggle. You'll
trying to
struggle
build-
with that because what you stated
Why is that
originally was,
struggling, though?
huh?
Yeah, it's not.
Why was that
I
struggling?
guess he means like
And in the segue
Riding the
time,
wave with him.
literally some people, no matter how much you make, the more money you bring in, a lot of the
But
times,
if they both got jobs, how's that struggling?
now listen, a lot of the times, the more money you bring in, the more money you put out. That's just the average American. That's how we live. If you make $50,000, you might have a Honda. You make $100,000, you might have a BMW. You make $500,000 a year, you might have a Maybach. Who knows? You lose that $500,000 a year job, and you segueing because you've already been here for so long. You're not just gonna go and get any old fucking job. You're gonna like weigh your options until you can get something similar. But those bills don't stop in the time of segueing. And the only reason why I'm stating like some shit like that has literally happened to me. I had a high paying job. I left the job. I went on a hiatus for approximately 3 months. No job. Not to the fact I wasn't trying. It was more so the jobs that were hiring, trying to get me in, were unacceptable for me because I'm already accustomed to making this. I'm not about to go work here and make this. I'm just not. It's a waste of my time. For that time being, my wife is like, baby, don't worry about it.
Right.
Take your time.
because you're a team.
But on the same note, what was once my expenditure is still there. She has to cover all of that. Technically would be considered a struggle because that's something thrown on her plate that wasn't there.
Right.
That's something that low key kind of doubles her bills to an extent. Everything,
Right.
my truck, my motorcycle, my car, my everything I have, she has to take over that.
Right.
Right.
I consider that a struggle.
But that's jobless.
But she
Your
knew.
point. You made the point. You started the point off of making less than what you made. You talking about making nothing.
Because segue, you don't just quit today and get a job tomorrow.
But you said
That's nothing.
His new job is making less than her. That's still two incomes.
But
He got a job.
no,
That's still
what I
two incomes.
originally said was in the time of him finding, and I said, and then when he do find, because he was at this job for 15 years, he does initially get another job. But what most jobs nowadays, in decent jobs, you don't just put in an app today and start tomorrow.
right.
You do an app, you wait
I mean, that's a process.
2 or
right?
3
Yeah,
weeks.
that's
You do a drug test. You
Yeah.
wait 2 or 3 weeks. You do a fucking interview. You wait another 2 or 3 weeks. Bills don't stop just
Right.
because.
So
I
is
guess
the point of the conversation? Are you asking her if he's in the midst of trying to find a job? Say like 4 or 5 months. Will she stop loving her? Because let's not circle back to the
So,
point. Will she stop
Point
loving?
being is, can you hold a nigga down financially until that nigga get back right?
yes.
Are you willing to struggle? Because the only thing with originally why I went that far was because she was saying, I don't want to be in love and broke. But
She was
sometimes
saying because if they were not trying to do anything about it,
Right.
trying or not, you don't control when you get hired, who you get hired by, and how much you make.
no, but you can see if somebody ain't trying to apply
Right.
somewhere.
Somebody
applying,
can have a broke personality.
applying.
And then on another thing, like he could or she could take the job that's not paying as much and still in the process of that find something else.
Struggle.
Right.
Cause you got some
That's
people,
better
you got
than
some
not
men
taking
that'll
anything.
be
That's
cool.
struggle. That's being broke.
You're applying yourself.
But
to
then
do it.
another thing with that is
That
you
don't
got to
stop
make
you
sure
from
that
struggling.
you're picking a correct partner so that you're already planning for things like that to happen. So you're putting into savings. So if something does happen, you're not sacrificing
Right.
your the way of living
Let me tell you
because
something.
you've prepared.
Right.
Do you know the national average of the American person's savings account? Do you think that's 6 months worth of bills?
No.
I'll tell you.
They
that
probably
it's
live
not.
in paycheck to paycheck.
Yes, meaning you're saying on average, the average person isn't prepared to lose a job and be without a job for 2 to 3 months. But sometimes the process of getting a new job can be 2 months. That's what I'm saying. 2 months, you're going to be broke if you don't already have 3-4 months. Because even then when they do start back working, do a 2 weeks in the hole before you get your check and you
Right.
then you get the check
Yeah.
and you catching up on everything
Right.
else. Like, is the struggle. You're broke now.
Yeah.
But it's a good person. Are you willing to struggle? That's all.
I say I am willing to struggle with you because you're my partner, and
Right.
That's all I'm looking
I'm
for.
gonna have your back just like you gonna have my back. Because it might be a time where I might fall off and I might need you to pick up the ball.
Exactly. So my
So,
whole point with
yeah.
that was you was like, I don't want to have a nigga that struggle, but niggas struggle for their woman.
No,
so
I
often.
said I wasn't going into a relationship with the struggle. That's
Right.
what I said. I don't mind
That's-
picking up if something
Here's
happens,
something
but I'm
else,
not
bro.
going into
Oh,
a
so because
relationship
low
with
key,
the struggle.
when I stated the part of being married or whatever, it wasn't to the fact of like going into it. I was basically
You said dating though.
Yes, dating.
Right.
Dating means
I'm
you're
not
already with
dating
them. That's not
someone
going
that's-
in.
She's not gonna start dating somebody
No.
who's
So I didn't.
I'm not going to date you.
I didn't say
if you're in between jobs.
So I'm not saying.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not. I would.
because
So at no point did I say start dating a nigga that's not working or whatever. No, I said you're dating someone, and then they lose their job or whatever else. That's what I'm. That's what I initially stated.
I'm gonna
Like,
ride the way with him because
that's what
that
I'm
happened to
saying.
me
Because
before.
you was like, you
It
know,
I
depends
ain't
on
gonna
how
hold
long
you,
we've
bro.
been dating.
Some men actually do. If they know the woman paying the bills, they
they're
get
going to
comfortable.
be content with that. I
They
just
like,
can't.
yeah,
Now
I'm
that's
good.
different. That's different.
And they just chilling at the crib.
That's completely different.
So that's what
completely
she's saying. She like she not
Go
gonna
into that,
settle for
yeah.
somebody who not applying
Facts.
nowhere.
That's not what I'm
looking for
saying. So
anything.
that's why I
But the
keep
thing
continue
is,
to
so
rebuttal.
I just think like very like this whole conversation is subjective because we're talking about marriage, we're talking about dating, but a lot of times when you're dating, you're not really sharing finances anyway.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's-
Some married
let's
people
be
have
real.
separate
You know what I'm
bank
saying?
Nah,
Right.
so no. Sharing finances is beyond having the same bank account. No, you don't have the same.
I'm not talking about bank account. Like sometimes you're not even really splitting bills with the person you're
I have.
dating.
We've been dating. We dated 5 years before we married or whatever. How long were we dating before we got? 7 years. We split.
And that's if like what you living together, right?
But that's because y'all
Yeah,
probably
so that's
know
what I'm
each other.
saying.
if you're living
So
together.
facts.
So it's
when I say
You know what I'm
dating, when I say dating, I mean like a serious date.
Like
I'm not
living together.
Yeah, I'm not talking about no bullshit over there. Nah, yeah, definitely.
so y'all
you're not
live
sharing
together.
finances. You're not gonna fuck with a nigga and pay his whatever if you're not
Right.
living together. And now you know what? I get what you're saying with the subjective part because my whole shit fucked up a little bit. I'm thrown off because me and her started living together slightly early. After dating for like 2, and that ain't even early. We dated for two years,
That's
and then
I feel like that's a good time frame
yeah.
to
So
be with somebody.
I'm basing it off of that. Once something is serious to me, low key serious is like somehow y'all.
We're practicing marriage because you're dating to marry. So
Right.
like if I'm dating you, I'm going to kind of think of it if we're serious. Like
Yeah, serious.
I'm going to think of it as we're going to get married. So I'm going to practice marriage roles, if that's what I should say. I'm going to practice because at the end of the day, if you don't practice those things in your relationship, how do you know if you want to marry
But
this
that's what I
person?
said early on about the
So-
habitual thing. If you create
Right.
these habits just because we only dating, it
Right.
doesn't. It continues into the relationship and or marriage. But I don't know. I guess
I guess everybody has their own opinion on it.
Yeah.